Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Bitcoin up over 3,200 on the day, October. Let's go. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest technical analysis, as well as the Omega candle inevitable, according to Samson Mao. We'll also be discussing a political shift driving 407 million worth of inflows into the crypto products, according to the latest data from CoinShares. We'll also be discussing publicly listed Samara Asset Group to buy Bitcoin using a $33 million bond. Let's go. We'll also be discussing like Bitcoin on steroids. Why is MicroStrategy stock trading at 2.7x premium? I'll be breaking that down for you. And speaking of the Giga Chad, Michael Saylor reacts to the time travel proposal from Samson Mao to reclaim 10,000 Bitcoin from the 2010 pizza deal. We'll also be discussing Mark Cuban questions Trump's motive for WLFI token sale as Max Keiser claims Trump failed the Bitcoin IQ test. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much motherfucking more in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. What's crack-a-lackin'? Make some noise. It feels good to have a nice pump. Like I said, typically October is October, and that's why we're going up right now. And especially the last 2 weeks of the month, which we're not even officially in yet. Expect fireworks, and I think the fireworks, here's a small glimpse of what's to come. Make some noise for that. Shout out Joseph, Leah, everyone in the live chat. We're streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. Spread the word. Let the good folks know. And also, note, I'm going to be pinning this to the top of my X profile. And if you guys can repost it with a comment or a quote, you'll get reposted. And here's my proof of work for you guys. I just pinned it at the top of the profile. Super easy to find. And I'm going to start shouting out anyone and everyone for commenting. Let's start with Adam Taylor. Thank you, brother. He put 4 p.m. time. JV, you got it. Thank you, JC. Always an honor. Appreciate the love. We're live. Come watch the best crypto news stream on the... Thank you. Short coin, those are the candles I like to see. Amen. Omega candles, eh? But yeah, we're going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. We got a lot to share in the headlines. Lots of bullishness. October in full effect. Shout out Benny Avalis. What to do? Billouette from DC. Let's go. I went to see the green. For the next 6 months, we're going to see the green. You bet your bottom dollar. We're going to smash the 6-figure milestone. It's destiny, if you feel what I'm saying. Congratulations to all the whole coiners, up at least $3,100 on the day per coin. How much is MicroStrategy's position up today, considering they have over 252,000 Bitcoin? Good Lord. Someone run the math for me. Times 250,000 times 3,100. And Giga Chad's up like quadrillion dollars today. So shout out Mikey Saylor. Shout out Benny. Good to have you in the stream. Shout out Don George. Shout out Greg. Good to have you here, brother. And again, thank you guys for all the reposts. Shout out Diana Jones. Always an honor. Thank you for tuning in live here. I woke up to 66. Beautiful. Same here. 66 was captured this morning. We cracked it down a bit, but we're right back at 66. Right on the cusp at the time of the live stream. You got to respect the pump. Don't forget the free Ross. That's right. Free Ross.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JD.
Welcome to the entire fam. Shout out Ricky Norwood. 70 G's incoming. We're very close to price discovery. I think we smash it this month of October. Let me know your thoughts. Greg says something's got to give. Bitcoin mining difficulty near all-time high. Bitcoin exchange reserves 5-year low. Oh, that's right. The exchange reserves at a 5-year low. Glad you pointed that out. Long-term HODL wallets all-time high. And that and more equals Bitcoin fueled and prep for the takeoff. Well, let's take off then, shall we? 66 has been a tough resistance level. Word. Nips looks so cute. Oh, yesterday Nips was missing in action. It's funny. He was actually locked in my room. I didn't realize the door was shut. I'm like, where's Nipsey been? And then I went in the room like, oh no. Nipsey was trapped for 2 hours all by his lonely. But he's here today. He got a new bone as well he's working on. He's just chillaxing. Shout out everyone again in the chat. Shout out everyone on X, Rumble, and YouTube. We're streaming on all 3 platforms. Bitcoin's having a nice pump today. God candle in play. We're less than a God candle away from price discovery. The current all-time high we achieved mid-March is 73.8. I think we could realistically smash that here this month of October. Sometime here in the next couple of weeks. Let me know if you agree, disagree with that sentiment. We do have a live poll up on the tube, a Bitcoin October price rally peak. Let me know where you feel the price action will take us for this October month. I know, the Nippinator. MicroStrategy's up 1,600%. That is right, as we covered in yesterday's pod. MicroStrategy crushing it. I'll be sharing the latest with MicroStrategy as well as from Michael Saylor here later in the stream as well. We got some good topics of conversation for you as Bitcoin continues to pump it up. But anyways, for those of you new to the channel, very important to smash the likes and go ahead and subscribe. Then hit the bell icon. Turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every day, just like this. Today is pod 1787. I'm your host, JV. It's October 14th, 2024, and Bitcoin is a-pumping. We're up 3,300 on the day. Not too shabby, eh? Just a couple of days ago, we dropped to 59, and just like that, we're at 56, so make some noise for that. Let's kick it off with our market watches we do each and every day, family. You can see Bitcoin up 5%, according to Coin360. We got Ether up 6%, Solana up almost 7%, even XRP up 3.5%. The only major crypto in the red today is Tron. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. There's currently a market cap of 2.29 trillion. That's total crypto. Bitcoin specific is right back above 1.3 trillion, which we love to see. We got 92 billion worth of volume over the past 24 hours, meaning it's up 102%. Bitcoin dominance continuing to climb at 56.9%. Even the Ether dominance up a bit today to 13.8%. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours. We got Mu up 25%, WorldCoin up 18%, and Lido DAO up 14.5%. Let me know which alts, if any, you're bullish on for the bull. Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective on the day. This is what I love to see. I think literally virtually everything. I only see one coin called Tau in the red and Tron in the red. So that means 98% of the market in the green today. Beautiful sight. And checking out for the monthly, similar story, maybe 90% of the market in the green with some very impressive meme coins I don't really even know of. Nero's up 5,000 freaking percent, which is mind-boggling. And it looks like a Doge spin-off or something like that. It looks like the Doge dog. May he rest in peace. I heard he ascended to, do dogs go to heaven is the $1 million question. I think so. I think they have souls. What are your thoughts on that? But anyways, checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Today, it's neutral 48. Yesterday, 50. Last week of 50. And last month of 50. Dead in the middle of little did we... You feel me? Shout out Big Pun. And checking out the time chain calendar. We're currently on block number... As that's calculating, we have 184,000 blocks yet to go into the next halving. We're on block 865,631. And check it. Today, you can only get 1,524 sats per dollar. Yesterday, it was above 1,600. So look how fast that number can drop if you don't seize the moment and stack sats accordingly. How many of you are Satoshi millionaires? Let me know. It probably only run you, I'm going to speculate, $500 in that ballpark to be considered a Satoshi millionaire. But that number is only going to get bigger and bigger as obviously the value of Bitcoin continues to go up versus the dollar. But so there you have it, yo. Respect the pump. And welcome everyone joining the stream. Greg says, oh, Bitcoin above the 200-day simple moving average. Currently sitting 63.3. Bitcoin weekly log MACD sitting on the cusp of the edge of the world. RSI in the bullish control zone at a 56. All good here. Shout out Billouette. BOA trade, eh? Alamero, what up? Emperor Nero, burnt down Rome. Oh no, was that his name? Bullish on Floki, Wrapped ETH, Rose, and Ronin. Thank you for sharing, Chris. I appreciate you. And welcome everyone, anyone joining the live stream. I'm going to check the X feed again. Just another reminder, anyone who reposts the live stream on X with a quote or a comment will get shouted out and followed back. My account here on X is fast approaching 35,000 followers, so I appreciate you guys. Shout out Bitcoin and Coffee. Appreciate the reposts, brother. Shout out Don George, the one and only. Appreciate the love on the live stream. Don't forget to subscribe to the #1 Bitcoin music channel, which is Chandy 10 Music, who produces all those exclusive joints we play each and every day here on the channel. And I don't even think 60,000 song is relevant today, as we're fast approaching 69 and 70 G's.
Bitcoin is no maybe, baby. Bitcoin is no maybe, baby. 70 G's to the moon. Lunar landing, see you there soon. They ain't like us.
They not like us. 322,000 sats on Cash App. More elsewhere. Right on, Chris. Keep stacking his sats. I am fishing. Nice, Serge. While hearing you. Enjoy your fishing experience there. Let's go. Can you say 67 G's for today, JB? Send it. We're only 1,000 away. Easy peasy. Let's send it to 69. That's a divine number.
We've been climbing, aim for $1 million.
Only smash the like and repost the stream if you want to send the Bitcoin price to 67,000 today during the live stream within the next couple of hours. Only repost and subscribe if you'd like to see that. If not, so be it.
Dollar climaxing, never stopping. Bitcoin is rising. We already hit 67K, and now we're in.
Shout out Don George. Appreciate the repost. And shout out everyone on the stream. I see we got 300 people here. Again, we're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. We do got a lot to share. I'm about to pull up some of the live charts and latest astrology for the broskies, the latest headlines, the latest with Trump, the latest with all the important, relevant things. So spread the word. Let them know. They not like us. I'm all about the 69. Love to hear that, broskies.
Up, at that 69 sweet G spot rocket ticking off. Everybody.
That 69G rocket taking off. Good afternoon, Elamero. What it do? Welcome everyone joining the stream. Pump the likes to pump the stream. But let's continue, fam, with our technical analysis. Headline here reads, Bitcoin price hit 66 G's. As analysis asks, has October begun? Precisely what has just begun. You can see it right here on the 1 hour chart. Charts don't lie. Bitcoin tagged 66,000 today at the Wall Street Open as whale buying pressure fueled already buoyant crypto markets. And by the way, either happy Indigenous Day or Columbus Day, whatever you choose to celebrate here in Puerto Rico, it is Indigenous Day. You feel me? And it's kind of ironic because you're either celebrating Columbus, who got the credit for stealing the land from the indigenous people, or you're celebrating the indigenous people that got their land stolen. Either way, kind of sounds like anyways, I digress. Data from TradingView showed Bitcoin price gains nearing 5% on the day. Continued strength came towards the end of last week. Bitcoin approaching the 2-week highs as the U.S. furthered bidding, which began in earnest during the day's Asia trading session. Analyzing order book liquidity, we have material indicators showing the Bitcoin whales buying Bitcoin again at the current levels. Quoting them here, watching to see if the brown mega whales show up with another big market order to eat through this sell wall at 65.5. And it looks like that's precisely what just happened. And while heading to 66, Bitcoin rapidly claimed the key trend lines of support on the daily time frames. Quoting popular analysts on Chain College, the 200-day moving average and short-term hodler cost basis, both key bull market support levels, are now apt to function as support. Once again, has October began? Looks that way. Let me know your thoughts. Now, 65,000 formed the key level for the bulls to flip to convincing support in order to ensure a sustainable longer-term trend change. Scoo agreed on the day, describing the current spot price range as highly significant. Quoting him here, quite the important overhead here for the market to break and sustain above 65 G's, baby. So let's discuss further October. According to QCP Capital, in its latest bulletin, they argued that while there may be many factors influencing Bitcoin price, price action, history favored a strong finish to October and the rest of the year. If we look at back to 2016, Bitcoin was trading in a very tight range for more than 3 months. It wasn't until 3 weeks before the U.S. election day that Bitcoin began its rally from 600 and finally doubling its price by the first week of January. And lo and behold, we're 3 weeks out until the presidential election here in the States, scheduled to take place November 5th. So quoting them here, similarly, in 2020, Bitcoin was stuck in a boring range for half a year. Sound familiar? And only started rallying from 11,000 just 3 weeks before the U.S. election day, reaching a high of 42 Gs by January. Now, the average October gains since 2013 have totaled 23%, still much higher than 2024 thus far. So after months of trading in the range, will history repeat itself? Today's rally has definitely given the market a glimmer of hope, just as October optimism was starting to fade. So there you go. Respect the pump. And as shared here by Samson Mao, Omega is inevitable. Now, the Omega candle, if you're not familiar with it, suggests a $100,000 price increase. On the daily chart, the God candle we define as a 10,000 increase, which would take us to price discovery. And let's pull up some of the live charts for you guys. Live and in the flesh. Here we go. I should be able to see here, we're just above 66,000 via trading via Coinbase. The 1 hour chart looking bullish as a mofo. You see this morning a massive green candle. And as we continue the bullish momentum and zooming out from there, let's check out the 4 hour chart. And then we'll check out the 1 day, the 1 week, and the 1 month. Lit. We have very bullish targets. The most bullish 81.3 on the 4 hour chart. We also have a bullish target in the orange sitting at 74, which would take us to price discovery. And we do have the pink target sitting at looks like just above 70 Gs. And we do have some bottom targets to be aware of. The most bearish one is at 41.5. And zooming out from the 4 hour, we'll check out the 1 day. 1 day chart shows a lot happening. We do have a rising wedge formation. We do have a blue bullish target of 89 Gs. Send it. And then we have some bottom targets ranging from 48 all the way down to like 36. And zooming out from there, we'll check out the 1 week chart. For the Bitcoin price action, survey says bullish cup and handle target sitting just shy of $124,000, which I believe is in play here for Q4. Let me know if you agree, disagree. And zooming out from there, we'll check out the 1 month chart. You can see we've had a lot of sideways trading actions. So the $1 million question becomes, will October continue the bullish momentum of where we left off earlier in the year? Let me know your thoughts and read your comments out loud. And welcome, y'all, just joining the stream. I see we got 400 people here live and in the flesh. Phoenix, rise. That's right. A Roomba in my house would have bumped that long ago. Yo, I got the Roomba running in my crib every day, picking up the nip hair. 66 Gs, bebe. Shout out, okay, good. What's good, okay? 66 on Coinbase. Pumptober. Mona. That's right, 66 Gs. So congrats to all my whole coiners. All of you are up at least 3,300 in unrealized gains on the day. And granted that Harris doesn't become our president, you won't get taxed on those unrealized gains. But if she becomes president, good Lord, we're doomed. We all know that. But I digress. 420, baby. Shit out Mango. Shit out Leah. Pumptober in full effect. Meme scene for adoption and growth. Crypto. Did you see Vitalik was dumping his meme coins? October will lead to 225,000 end of the year. Oh, you get a flex from me there, JC. I dig it. I cannot wait. Imagine, how would that change your lives, fam? If Bitcoin, hypothetically speaking, was 225,000 this year within the next couple of months. Make some noise. October, baby. You got to respect the pump. October, I'm so ready. Are you ready? That's my question for y'all. A little proof of work action, Jackson. Again, anyone who comments or quotes the live stream gets shouted right back out over on X. Silver Spike, MicroStrategy, destroying it with the MicroStrategies, BTC. Amen. Shout out to the Giga Chad. And speaking of the Giga Chad,
which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
take that to the bank. Yeah. I need to chill. Been frustrated with the paradox. Which paradox we were referring to? It'll 69, oddly, as we act. The sell wall, read resistance. 169 breaks. There isn't much left to stop from testing the all-time high, just shy of 74. Do you think we break that 74G resistance entering price discovery here this month of October? That's my prediction. I think in the next 2 weeks, we'll very realistically do that. There's no guarantee. Anything I share on this stream is not investment advice. I never, ever give investment advice. I never have. And everything you hear on the stream is for entertainment purposes only. But I like to keep you guys entertained and express some of the things I believe can happen. And that's all I'm doing with you right now. 135,000 end of January of 2025. Send it. But I think that's extremely bearish. I think we can do better, but I'll take it. 135 sounds great. Smash the like for the Nippinator. Amen. I am not selling, but I am sure a lot would. Goes to 225,000, maybe even Sailor. The 300 million in long liquidations last week, courtesy of the fill in the blank BlackRock. May have been the final retail washout for the cycle. Not all, but some pull some billions out. I see we got 500 people on the stream. Not too shabby, yo. Let's continue with the headlines. We did the TA. Next headline, let's discuss this 407 million of inflows from the political shift drive. Crypto investment products posted another successful week as Bitcoin led weekly inflows of 419 million. Why couldn't we get 420? Happy 420. So close. Digital asset investment products saw inflows of 407 million during the week of October 5th to the 11th, as CoinShares reported in the latest digital asset fund flow weekly report. The fresh crypto inflows followed a minor 127 million sell-off from the previous week, which came amid stronger than expected economic data here in the States. And according to CoinShares head of research, James Butterfill, the increase of crypto investment products last week was likely influenced by the upcoming U.S. elections rather than monetary policy outlooks. That's right, 3 weeks away until the election, fam. This trend is evident in the fact stronger than expected economic data had little impact on the stemming outflows. He wrote, adding that other factors, such as polling towards the Republicans, led to an immediate boost in inflows and prices. Also mentioned Republicans are widely perceived as more supportive of digital assets. Makes sense to me. And on October 10th, major publications, including the New York Times, reported on the new polling, suggesting the control of the U.S. Senate would flip from the Democratic Party to the Republican Party after the upcoming elections, November 5th. The election will determine the next U.S. president, as we know, in the race between Republican candidate and former President Trump and Democratic candidate Miss Harris. And with inflows of 419 milli, Bitcoin was the primary beneficiary of the recent political shifts, according to CoinShares. In contrast, short Bitcoin investment products saw outflows of only 6.3 million. And in the past week, blockchain equity ETF saw one of the largest weekly inflows thus far this year, totaling 34 milli. The growth likely came in response to the surge of the price of Bitcoin, which more than surged 2% from 61.9 on October 6th to roughly 63.3 on October 12th, and now October 14th, 2 days later, another 3,000 in the green, 66 G's, baby. Now, multi-asset investment products saw minor inflows of 1.5 million, marking the 17th consecutive week of the inflows for the asset class. On the other hand, we have Ethereum that continued its trend of outflows, with investors pulling roughly 10 million from Ether products last week. So there you have it. Yo, and welcome everybody. The governor created Milton, says Phone Stand Channel. Wasn't true. Now Harris is going to make you pay unrealized gains. Can you see the future? So funny. Eating my Italian sub. Enjoy that Italian sub. Plug into our CNA Discord. That's right, we do have a Discord. Discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. If Bitcoin goes to 700,000 next year, I'll change my name from Billouette from DC to Mr. Countess. I don't know what the Countess means. I haven't caught anything yet, but I am Samtoshi still. Welcome, Samtoshi. We are all Samtoshi. But there's only one Nippinator, Satoshi. Vote Trump because Kamala capital gains tax will be insane. Bitcoin goes to 200,000. The government gets almost half. There's a reason I'm in Puerto Rico, fam. Do you understand? Under Act 60, there is no capital gains tax. What's up? Yeah, but if she gets in office, you guys are doomed. You guys are absolutely doomed when it comes to taxes, because not only will you likely have to pay an unrealized capital or an unrealized tax on your gains, which aren't even actual, they're unrealized. You're also going to get your capital gains more than doubled. I believe she proposed from 20% to where it's currently at to 45%. Imagine having to pay 45% capital gains tax plus an additional tax on unrealized gains. Doomed. Pump, pump. My chicken coop and run. My goose yard. Lots of other things. Right on, Oracle. Not surprised by the MicroStrategy fall back a bit today. Spite of the Bitcoin pump, and MSTR needed to cool off a bit. Lamborghini. Oh, it's a Lambo. All good, Billowette. I can see you in a Lambo. Let's go. Lambo. Pump it up. Welcome, Huddle and Chill. Welcome, everyone joining the stream. We got 550 people here. Live and in the flesh. Make some noise. Catherine Weaver, appreciate the repost. Just reposted the repost on the repost. And appreciate all the love. Thank you again, Silver Spike, Don George. The rest of the fam, you're going to see we got 600 people on the stream. I did great under Trump as I went to school. FUD for the uneducated that don't know any better. Kami La, Hairbrain. Ooh, that's a pretty solid nickname there, okay. She's interesting feller. She's an interesting feller. If you know what I'm saying. Very interesting feller. But anyways, keep the comments flowing. Let's continue with the headline, shall we? Next headline, 30. This is actually breaking news. Check this out. Publicly listed Samara Asset Group to buy Bitcoin using a $33 million bond. Does it sound a little familiar to MicroStrategy and the Michael Saylor? Yeah, I mean... Anyways, publicly listed asset management firm Samara Asset Group is working to increase its Bitcoin holdings with proceeds from a 30 million euro bond valued at 33 million USD. Announcing the news October 14th, Samara said investment bank Pareto Securities would be the sole manager in arranging a series of fixed investor meetings on a potential multi-million euro bond to expand its investment portfolio. Let's go. We call this the Mikey Saylor put, quoting them here, and up to 30 million euro senior secured Nordic bond may follow subject to inter alia market conditions, the firm said. The bond's proceeds would be used for additional limited partnership stakes and investments in Bitcoin, which the firm uses as a primary treasury reserve asset. Let's go. And according to Samara CEO Patrick Lowry, the asset manager has been holding the biddy for years and is now increasing its Bitcoin treasury and investing in disruptive tech through top managers and builders. Not sure it's possible, but I'd like to dream to stack as much as Michael Saylor, said Lowry. And as of September, Saylor's MicroStrategy held 244,800 Bitcoin, and today it's like 252,000 and counting. But anyways, according to Lowry, Samara currently has exposure to around 421 Bitcoin and is looking to significantly increase its holdings this year, quoting them here. I'd like to cross 1,000 biddies by year's end, said Lowry. He noted that the size of Samara's Bitcoin investment from the bond would depend on the amount raised, quoting them again. Depends on how much we raise. Any assets that we raise that don't deploy to the funds will be held in Bitcoin as part of our core treasury management strategy. Let's go. Lowry said Samara invests not only in Bitcoin, but also fund managers on its mission to advance humanity through technology. With Bitcoin as our primary treasury reserve asset, we also enhance our liquidity position with bond proceeds. And formerly known as Cryptology Asset Group, Samara was co-founded, ironically enough, by the Bitcoin bull, Mikey Novogratz, the one guy that had the Luna tattoo on his arm and was showing it off at the Bitcoin conference. Can't make this ish up. But anyways, this person's family office 2018 based on Malta. Samara was listed in the German electronic stock exchange, etc. And according to Lowry, Samara's net asset value as of June was 189 million euros, which is 206 million USD. The company's portfolio includes the mining firm Northern Data, Deutsche Digital Assets, and Next Markets, and others. Samara's move to increase its Bitcoin position comes as Novogratz crypto investment firm Galaxy Digital also expands its Bitcoin holdings. And according to data from the blockchain data firm Arkham Intel, Galaxy purchased almost 500 biddies since October 7th. And at this time, the amount is worth 32.4 milli, according to data from CoinGecko. So there you freaking go. Let me know your thoughts, as many companies looking to pull the Mikey Saylor put, just as Meta Planet's doing, the Tokyo-based Japanese company, and as game theory continues around the world. Unrealized since not sold. Look like Saylor made $8 billion today. Was it $8 billion? So are you telling me their position went up from, I think yesterday it was 16 billion? That would mean 16 plus 8 is 24. Is that accurate? Good Lord. 250,000 Bitcoin times Jesus. Insane, right? Imagine when we start having $10,000 daily candles, like God candles. That's going to get really crazy, yo. You know what I mean? Only a matter of time. Welcome, everyone. We definitely need Trump, says Todd Bailey. Welcome to the stream. October in full effect, eh? 66 G's. We're up 3,400 on the day. Not too shabby. Welcome, everyone joining us. Over 600 people here live and in the flesh. We're just getting started. Lots to share with you guys in the headlines. Lots of bullishness in the markets. There are many companies, private and public, putting the Bitcoin in the books. That's what's up. We also have the sovereign wealth funds. We have the nation state adoption. And as Max Keiser shared, he's actually, I think I pulled that up here. Let me see if I have that. Max Keiser tweeted, a MicroStrategy board of director guy told me the internal goal is to own more than 1 million Bitcoin. The new Bitcoin bank doubles their buying power, referring to MicroStrategy. And a new sovereign player, which is not El Salvador, has the same goal of acquiring 1 million Bitcoin. Global M2 is exploding higher, gold being demonetized, real estate being demonetized. And that's coming directly from the one and only high priest of Bitcoin, Max Keiser. So if you have multiple companies or nation states looking to acquire 1 million Bitcoin alongside Michael Saylor, can you say a supply shock? And we're already down to a very limited Bitcoin supply, the lowest it's been on the exchanges in 5 years. So you already know. MicroStrategy earnings report October 29th. There will be fireworks. I have to say that would be out of luck to find my unrealized gains. I lost it in a rocket accident. You know, many people are going to report it regardless. But yeah, understood. Any of the OGs know better. But it'll be sad if you guys get hit with those kind of taxes. It's going to be really sad, in my opinion. I mean, for those of you that like to pay taxes, I mean, so be it. Pay all the taxes you like. MSTR will have new accounting rules in place. That's right. In 2025, this is early, not investment advice. Entertainment only. That's right, Joseph. This is for entertainment purposes only. Well said. Bonds with Ish. Yes, the Ish bonds. Precisely there. Isher bonds.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water.
You put water into the cup, it becomes the cup. You put the Bitcoin into the treasure, it becomes the treasure. Now, Bitcoin can flow or crash. Be Bitcoin, my friends. What taxes? I don't have any Bitcoin. Consider this as well. It's not even just crypto specific. She's looking to change it to where, in her administration, to where even real estate, all investments, you're going to pay you're going to pay taxes on unrealized gains. So hypothetically speaking, if you own a property, let's say it's worth, let's just pretend you only paid $100,000 for it 10 years ago. Let's say hypothetically it's worth $1 million today and you 10x'd your initial investment. Imagine having to pay a $900,000 gain on an unrealized gain tax. You know what I mean? I know it's a little confusing, but it's mind-boggling. That means you would have to actually refi your house to even make the unrealized gain tax payment. You know what I mean? Crazy. So it's not just crypto, it's investments in general, what I'm talking about. Expect many new neighbors, JB. You better get here soon, brothers. I just dream of owning a Bitcoin one day. Right on, Mr. Corvette. My Bitcoin was lost in a rocket accident. Sorry, too bad I lost it. I lost my Bitcoin on the moon landing. It got destroyed along with all the video footage of being on the moon. Go figure. Shucks. Garsh, Kapady. In my goofy voice. That's why I live in my Corvette. Hopefully it's not a classic Corvette. You may have to pay unrealized gains on that. Classic vehicles are as well. What's your source, JV? My source is called God, and that's where I download from. That's my only source. She will tax everything. Exactly. If you have a dog, you're going to pay you're going to pay a pet tax. For companion tax. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But let's continue with the news. Let's discuss this latest with MicroStrategy. This is actually a very interesting headline. Like Bitcoin on steroids. Why is MicroStrategy stock trading at a 2.7x premium? Let's discuss this because yesterday we discussed Michael Saylor's goal of turning MicroStrategy into a $1 billion Bitcoin bank. So check this. MicroStrategy's net asset value premium to its Bitcoin holdings has risen to the highest in 3 years, reaching about 270% as of October 14th today, according to the MSTR tracker you see on your screen. Now, the NAV premium is measured after dividing the MicroStrategy market cap by the value of the Bitcoin holdings. The higher NAV shows that holding a share of MicroStrategy provides investors a yield 2.7 times higher than holding Bitcoin directly. Key factors explaining why the MicroStrategy stock is trading at a premium to its Bitcoin holdings include leveraging and free cash flows from the software business. MicroStrategy uses leverage using financial instruments such as at-market equity offerings and convertible senior notes to amplify its Bitcoin holdings. They're virtually printing the biddy out of thin air. And as of October 14th, it held $3.9 billion in long-term debt with a market cap of $35 billion. This shows that its assets are 1.1 times levered relative to its equity. Now, in simple terms, for every $1 of equity, MSTR holds 1.1 of assets, mainly Bitcoin through its use of debt. Now, suppose Bitcoin's value increases by 10%. We're up 5% today. It's crazy. Already halfway there. And that's just in one day. And without leverage, MicroStrategy's Bitcoin holdings would also increase by 10%. So would its stock price, which is ironically what happened today, but with 5%. But because MSTR uses debt, it controls more Bitcoin than it could with its own money. That's right. It's pretty wild. So when Bitcoin goes up 10%, the company's overall asset value increases more than 11% instead of 10%. So I guess hypothetically that means being up 5% today, they increased maybe roughly 6%, suggesting MSTR's NAV premium comes from leverage. And although often overlooked, MSTR software business generated $111 million in revenue in the second quarter, with steady subscription revenue growth that provides a cash flow base to service its debt and sustain its Bitcoin acquisition strategy. And he says it's infinitely scalable as well. And while the software side is not the primary focus, it contributes to the MicroStrategy overall ability to operate its Bitcoin strategy without selling the Bitcoin to cover the debt obligations, thereby maintaining its Bitcoin holdings and NAV premiums. Now, lastly, market confidence in the CEO Saylor aggressive Bitcoin acquisition strategy is very high. And since adopting Bitcoin as its primary treasury reserve asset in August of 2020, MSTR had consistently outperformed Bitcoin in most traditional stocks. Employee of the month, Mikey Saylor. Now go get your shine box, Mikey. For instance, MSTR has increased now 1,700% since purchasing its first Bitcoin. Meanwhile, Bitcoin returns in the same period have been around 500%. So it outperformed it by a factor of like 3x. Pretty wild. Bitcoin on steroids, eh? And top U.S. stock indexes, such as the S&P and NASDAQ, have delivered returns of only 80 and 70%. And investors are willing to pay the premium for the MSTR because they expect the company to continue increasing its Bitcoin holdings over time. Why? Because Bitcoin's going up forever, Laura. But there you go, yo. There's the latest with their stock. Before we get into some more fascinating topics surrounding Michael Saylor reacting to the time travel proposal from Samson Mao to reclaim the 10,000 Bitcoin from the 2010 pizza deal, creating an alternative timeline. This will be very interesting. And then we'll discuss the latest with Trump, his new token, and some feedback from Mr. Cuban, which I'm not a fan of, as well as Max Keiser, I am a fan of. And we'll go from there, and then we'll tap into some live Q&A and do the uncensored version of the pod and all that good stuff. MSTR holds 52,220 Bitcoin. Their DCA approximately 45,000. I also bought most of that. 2x leverage. You think MicroStrategy would take off? Look at the MSDX. They're 1.75 leveraged offering. Still around 170x from my first purchase. Wow. Imagine purchasing Bitcoin and being 170x up. That's wild. How is that even possible? It means you got in when it was like in the beginning. Exactly. I'll take 5%, says Diana. I am so happy I snatched up a little MicroStrategy stock. I think my holdings don't exist. I don't own any Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not even something physical you can own, right? It's not real. It's just magical internet money. So therefore, it doesn't exist. How do you like that? I'm so happy I snatched up a little MicroStrategy stock. Seemed like a no-brainer. Right on. FMC. Mark Cuban. Yeah, I'm not a fan at all. He's been fighting the hell out of Trump. Like hardcore. Like you can tell Trump is his nemesis. Like very clearly. Very clearly. He's even going on like national campaigns to just, yeah, I mean, do his thing. FGG, Gary Gensler, FJB, and Free Ross. Amen. Free Ross. And again, welcome anyone joining the stream. We got 700 people here live and in the flesh. I'm streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Welcome to number 1 Bitcoin live stream. And if you guys can repost, comment over on X, it always helps out. And for example, you're going to notice it pinned at the very top of the profile. All I got to do is hit the heart, then hit the repost button just like that. Only takes you about 2 seconds. It's free to do so. The face melting season is coming. That's right, Robert. Just reposted your brother. Shout out to Sats Badger. Appreciate it. Wow, to the moon. Go Bitcoin. Shout out Coach Leon. Just reposted your brother. And thank you again, Catherine and Silver Spike and Don George and Diana and Shortcoin and JC and the rest of the fam. Always appreciated. You got to keep them appreciated. Dear Mama, Dear Bitcoin. There's another song idea. Dear Bitcoin instead of Dear Mama. Ain't nobody tell us it was fair. No love for the, cause the camp wasn't there. He passed away and I didn't cry cause the anger wouldn't let me feel for a stranger. They say I'm young and I'm heartless, but all along I was looking for a biddy. He was gone. I hung around with the thugs, and even though they sold drugs, they showed a young brother love. Y'all know the lyrics. I'm like UJV, just inspiring to get a Bitcoin. Exactly. Maybe one day I'll own some Satoshis. But until that day comes, I'm a no-coiner. I'm a no-coiner. Nada. I don't own anything. And I like it that way because you can't take anything with you to the afterlife. So why own anything? I think life's lesson is all about detachment. It's not about attaching to more possessions. Is about detaching from all the crap so you can be free of all the crap instead of controlled and enslaved by all the crap. You feel me? Kevin Smith, FDD, CNA fam, hit the like, you bunch of degens. Shout out JBZ. You the man. Cheers, fam. Pump the Bitcoin in the air. Speaking of pumping it up, JC, go answer your phone.
Pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up.
I got to be careful with that sample, though, because I get hit with the copyright-ish all the time on that one. I don't know why. But welcome, everybody, joining the live stream. We got 700 folks here, live and in the flesh. I own what? Exactly. I own nothing. Have fun being poor and eating the bugs. Embrace it. That's what they want for us. So, yeah, I'm going to have fun staying poor. And I'm just going to eat a lot of bugs for the protein. That's it. Simple. Yeah, pump it up. Remix.
Pump it up.
Just blaze. Yes, please. But let's continue. Our next headline is actually pretty exciting as well. We'll have fun with this one. The headline reads, and shout out Sam Samao, Michael Saylor reacts to the time travel proposal to reclaim 10,000 Bitcoin from the 2010 pizza deal. That's right. Check this one out, yo. Michael Saylor, chairman of MicroStrategy, sparked interest on social media with a commentary concerning his company's Bitcoin acquisition strategy. Let's discuss it. The exchange began from a tweet from Bitcoin advocate Samson Mao, who playfully imagined a future scenario in which Saylor travels back to the year 2010 to stash the biddy after delivering 2 pizzas to the famous Bitcoin pizza buyer, Laszlo. Mao's tweet paints a picture set in 2039 when 99.5% of the Bitcoin has already been mined. In this scenario, Saylor, in a desperate bid to acquire more of the biddy, could go back in time and trade 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin. Now, my question for you guys, how many of you would go back in time if you had the ability to do so and trade those 2 pizzas for the 10,000 biddies? Let me know. Now, for some context, May of 2010, Laszlo completed the groundbreaking transaction trading the 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 Papa John's pizzas, which had since become a legendary moment in crypto history because it was the first transaction. At the time, value of Bitcoin was 41 bucks compared to 64 G's or 66 today, illustrating the monumental rise of digital currencies over the past few years. And following the Samson Mao post, Saylor responded with an emoji that expressed a blend of contemplation and curiosity. His reaction suggests he was pondering the hypothetical scenario of traveling back in time to secure those early Bitcoins cheaply. And this was the tweet that sparked the conversation here from Samson. The year is 2039, 99.5% of the Bitcoin had already been mined. Desperate to increase the MSTR holdings, Saylor travels back in time to May 22nd, 2010 to deliver the 2 pizzas to Laszlo himself. And then there's the response from Mikey Saylor. So yeah, to Saylor's reflection, Mao cautioned, don't do it, Michael. Any attempt to send Bitcoin from the past to the future will fork reality, affecting or effectively creating the new time chain. Now, that's why I asked you guys, would you guys go back in time knowing it could fork the reality we're living in today? Would it be worth it? Let me know. Interesting conversation, right? Now, MicroStrategy had amassed an impressive total, as you know, 252,220 Bitcoins to date. The company adopted the Bitcoin standard in 2020, being the first publicly traded company to put the biddy on the balance sheet. And over the past few years, they've been aggressively purchasing the biddy. And obviously, their stock has gained tremendous momentum. They're continuing to buy, and Michael Saylor says he'll buy until the end of time. He'll buy at the top. He'll buy at the bottom. He'll buy on the low. He'll buy on the side. He'll buy. BTFD and say goodbye or say hello to the biddy. But there you go, yo. Interesting conversation. Time travel. How many of you even believe in time travel? Marty McFly. If you can go back in time on the DeLorean, would you do so? Keep Trump away from the biddy. He bankrupts everything he gets into. She's cool. We're still friends. She's married anyway, says JBZ. Michael Saylor's Bitcoin acquisition strategy: buy at the top and hodl fast, hold fast. Bitcoin developers sued for $1 trillion. This is a freaking, what's his name? Fake Toshi, right? Is the husband coming to dinner? Sounds like trouble to me. What reality are we in anyways? Let's go back in time and buy the dollar biddy. 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin, established an initial price for the coin. Historic. Forking the time chain. Might have to remote view Satoshi's keys. Now, you know the U.S. government must have tried to do this many times. I broke my fishing pool. Oh, no. Where's Fink? Fink, he was the previous employee of the month for September. He went home and got his shine box, Tony. Time travel's definitely not possible. How can you be so sure? How do you explain Satoshi if he's not a time traveler? If he's not from the future, how do you do it? Anyone here actually believe time travel is possible? What happens when you go through a wormhole or Stargate? Example, a real life one. Bermuda Triangle. Can anyone explain where people, ships, and cargo, airplanes disappear when they go through the Bermuda Triangle? Could that be a portal? A time travel portal? Just proposing the question. Let me know. It's an interesting topic of convo. And if time travel's not real, why'd they create Back to the Future? Are you trying to tell me that movie's not based on reality? Michael Saylor, go get your shine box. Just jumped in the live. What'd I miss? Everything, Andy. Anyone else watch the Bitcoin Amsterdam? Oh, yeah, that's right. They just had the Amsterdam panel on self-custody. Interesting but complicated. Anyone here using the multi-sig? Larry went home to get his shine box. That's right. Shout out Satoshi Cartel. Shout out Creeper 420. And thank you again, Robert. Appreciate all the reposts. Before we dive into our feature story of the day, just want to say welcome everyone to the stream. We got 833 people here live and in the flesh. Welcome to the number one day of the Bitcoin pod. We're streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. I'm going to be streaming at least for the next hour. We're about to dive into the feature story of the day. Time travel is theoretically possible. The math leads to the conclusion. I like that. Trump is a time traveler. That's what they say. There was a book written on about Trump. Man, I forget the year. It was like early 1900s. And there's so many similarities regarding Barron Trump. I think it's one of his sons. But I don't have it in front of me or I'd break it down for you. But there's some very fascinating time travel concepts when it comes to Trump. Time travel, yeah, no such thing, JV. It's fiction, says Billouette from DC. Well, I think putting a man on the moon is fiction. How do you like those apples? Subscribe to the #1 Bitcoin music channel, Chandy 10 Music. That's right. Thank you, guys. But again, welcome everyone joining the stream. We're having an interesting topic of conversation right now. I want to know what you think the Bitcoin October price rally peak will be. Barron Trump, yes. You know the book I'm talking about? I watched something very fascinating on that topic. Keep in mind, folks, most estimates based on percentage of Bitcoin assumes 21 million Bitcoin ever. There's only 15 million current circulation without the 1.5 million yet to be fixed. Little Barron Trump. Little guy, eh? I deal with the time travel. My counsel, comics, robots go back and south to the free enslaved. Ha. Me too. Total fiction, eh? There's a lot of things in our world we think is nonfiction, which is fiction. Virtually everything. There's a whole nother reality behind the veil. But can you see through the veil is the $1,000,000 question. Like in the Matrix, the blue pill, the orange pill, or for Bitcoin's sake, orange pill or no pill. What is it going to be? Let me know. Nippinators from the future. How do you like that? He time traveled to be here. Just to be on the stream. Man. And sip some more water. Hydrate. I drank a lot of coffee today. I think too much coffee, so I need more water. I'm feeling it. You know you drink too much coffee? Actually, I'll mention it on the uncensored version of the pod. I got to be careful what I say. Absolutely. Word. On crypto, something, company CV. Damn, I just had a hummingbird hit my office window. Good luck. We need to get out of the matrix. Go get your Bitcoin. You're on YouTube, JV. Watch the conspiracy. Yeah, I know. I got to be very careful. Leave Barron out of this, please. Correct? It was the sister ship. Not the mother ship, the sister ship. Keep the comments flowing. I'm going to check the X feed one more time. Then we're going to dive into our feature story of the day, discuss the latest with Trump launching a crypto token, Max Keiser's feedback, and a little bit from Mark Cuban as well, because he was featured in the article. Not that I'm a fan of Mark, but nonetheless, I'll be breaking it down and giving you my opinion on the story as well. Then we'll dive into the live Q&A. I'll take the orange pill. Absolutely. I love to hear that. Okay, so now for our feature story of the day. Mark Cuban questions Trump's motive for WLFI token sale, which I believe begins tomorrow, while Max Keiser claims Trump failed the Bitcoin IQ test. Let's break this baby down, but let's start with Max Keiser's tweet. I think this was shared, looks like 2 days ago, October 12th, got 40,000 views. He wrote, Bitcoin is an IQ test and Trump failed. And this was in regards to Trump launching this token. And Max also tweeted, I think this morning or yesterday, October 13th, got 68,000 views. A MicroStrategy board of director guy told me the internal goal for MicroStrategy is to own more than 1 million Bitcoin. They currently only have 252,000, so that means 4x their current supply. And the new Bitcoin bank doubles their buying power. And as I shared in yesterday's pod, MicroStrategy's goal, according to Michael Saylor, their founder, is to become a $1 trillion Bitcoin bank. So a new sovereign player, not El Salvador, has the same goal. So I think they're theoretically saying El Salvador has this goal, potentially, and another major player we don't even know of. It may be a sovereign wealth fund. It may be another big company. Who knows? But someone else has this. It could be a nation state. Global M2 is exploding higher. Gold is being demonetized, and real estate is being demonetized. Now, really consider the finite limited supply of the Bitcoin as an asset. There can only ever be 21 million. Satoshi got approximately 1.1 million locked up forever and roughly 20,000 plus wallets. You have companies like MicroStrategy that have 252,000. You have now asset management giants such as BlackRock that literally control the world, that have more Bitcoin than freaking MicroStrategy, and they just started accumulating this year. I think they have now $23+ billion worth of volume, which broke every record in ETF frickin' history. You have the Cathie Woods of the ARK Invest. You have the Fidelities. All these major players are stacking sats like there is no tomorrow. Then you have nation state adoption. You have frickin' El Salvador. You got Suriname, a South African. You got so many players in the global game. You got Ricardo Salinas, third richest man in frickin' Mexico, all accumulating the biddy and stacking like there no tomorrow. Let's speculate. 5 million of the biddy lost, gone forever, meaning there'll only ever be 15, 16 million Bitcoin in circulation, right? Making it that much more scarce. Are you starting to understand, family? True scarcity for the first time in monetary history only exists with the Bitcoin. Now for the article. Mark Cuban questions Trump's motive for WLFI token sale as Max Keiser claims Trump failed the Bitcoin IQ test. Let's break it down. Former President Trump's decision to launch a crypto token sale for his project, World Liberty Financial, has attracted popular backlash from prominent figures in the crypto world. Billionaire investor Mark Cuban, a vocal critic of Trump, along with Bitcoin advocate Max Keiser, have both raised serious concerns about the legitimacy of the venture, with Cuban implying it's a money grab scheme, and Keiser outright accusing Trump of failing the Bitcoin IQ test. Now, Max has said on stage that him and Stacey are voting for Trump. So I don't look at this as Max hating on Trump. I think Max is just being genuine. He believes Trump literally failed the Bitcoin IQ test by launching his own crypto token because he believes it's ultimately going to fail and collectively go to zero against Bitcoin along with the rest of the altcoins. I can respect that. Now, Mark Cuban, I just look at as a hater. He just hates Trump and anything Trump does. But that's just my two Satoshis. I'll keep it moving. The criticism comes 3 weeks before the highly anticipated presidential election. Here's what Ben Hunt had to share. It will never be weird, or it'll never not be weird to me. The Republican presidential candidate is launching a shitcoin 3 weeks before the election. And the discourse is, haha, Tim Walsh looks like Elmer Fudd and Kamala's desperate. And here's the tweet from Trump himself. World Liberty Fi token sale goes live Tuesday morning, which means tomorrow morning. October 15th is your chance to help share the future of finance. Be there on Monday, October 14th, 8 a.m. Eastern for the exclusive spaces to learn more. Let me know if any of you guys are invested or going to be investing in World Liberty Financial or the Trump token holla. Now, Mark Cuban didn't hold back when reacting to the announcement of the Trump upcoming WLFI sale. On Twitter, here's what Cuban remarked. I'll let this stand on its own, implying his disdain for the move. And there's from Mr. Cuban. Now, the underlying message was one of disbelief as Cuban openly questioned why Trump, a man who has Elon Musk writing him checks, would resort to launching a token, something Cuban and others have labeled as an obvious pump scheme. As Sheeptoji Nakamoto shared here, this is one of the stupidest possible things he could do if he wants to be president, in my opinion. Mark Cuban responded, why would he do it? He has Elon writing him checks. What's the point? Then we have Alex Miller, CEO of Web3 platform Hero or Hyro, also expressed the frustration saying, just effing shoot me. Anyone who thinks this is good for crypto, it sets us back for years. Incredibility. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Now, both Cuban and Miller believe that while Trump, oh my God, what just happened to my article? It just disappeared. That was weird. Let's see if I can get back where we left off here. Okay, both Cuban and Miller believe that while Trump may not literally rug pull, the token sale feels like an attempt to exploit the crypto market. I think a lot of folks would agree with that. Grifting his supporters and followers Unfortunately, in the process, Trump's WLFI token sale seeks to raise $300 million by offering 20% of the token supply, valuing the project at a massive $1.5 billion. The sale has come at a crucial time in Trump's 2024 presidential campaign, adding a layer of political intrigue to the financial motivations. Cuban, long-term skeptic of Trump's ventures, further voiced concerns about the long-term repercussions of the crypto market, hinting that Trump's lack of knowledge about the space could result in a disaster. Meanwhile, Max Keiser, senior advisor to El Salvador's president Nayib Bukele and the ardent Bitcoin supporter, didn't mince words either. Keiser took to Twitter to share, as I pointed out earlier, Bitcoin is an IQ test. Trump failed. And according to Keiser, Trump's token sale shows he does not grasp the unique value proposition of the Bitcoin, which stands as a decentralized, non-inflationary store of value in contrast to the centralized projects like WLFI. Keiser's criticism is almost the same as many in the Bitcoin community, who view Trump's token launch as an opportunistic move to cash in on the hype around digital currencies rather than supporting genuine innovation. One user also questioned why the media isn't attacking Trump for launching what could be perceived as a rug pull, comparing it to their lack of coverage when A-list celebrities launch similar questionable ventures. As Predator shared here, anyone else find odd? MSM isn't really attacking Trump for launching an ICO. They are basically ignoring the story altogether. This isn't Trump's first foray into the world of digital assets. As you know, back in December of 2023, Trump launched a series of NFTs, initially on the Ethereum blockchain, featuring cartoonish images of himself being heroic in these outfits and as a cowboy, as an astronaut. Then the Trump NFT collection sold out within a day, raking in $4.5 million. And although the initial sale was a financial success, the value of the NFTs plummeted shortly after. Not surprised. But let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with Max Keiser? Do you agree with Mark Cuban, or do you agree with Trump? And do you think this could potentially be a good, positive project for crypto? I want to hear your thoughts, your feedback, your honest opinions, and all that good stuff. And welcome, fam, to the Q&A segment of the live stream. Trump token is a no. Word, says phone stand channel. Kevin Smith, heck no. How's that DJT stock doing? Hypocrite. Cuban invested in his own meme project. Yeah, I don't like Cuban, and he is a hypocrite, 100%. How many financial failures did he promote to his audience? So I don't really have much respect for Mark Cuban. The token is a base token of WLFI. It really isn't for sale on the markets. It is being used to fund WLFI, the company to become a DeFi bank, says the Oracle. Thank you for sharing. Max tells it like it is. Mark is a tool. Agreed with you on that, Don. The WLFI will provide loans, banking, and investment services to people who have been debanked by the current banking environment. I'll take Cuban, says Kevin. Wonder how well or VP did on Max's BTC test. I thought Mark Cuban was fake news. My motto, just wing it and pray, 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 Diana says. Welcome, everyone joining the live stream. What's crack-a-lackin'? 66 G's, baby. I'm going to be streaming for the next hour. If you guys can repost the stream over on X, we're just getting rolling. But I want to know your thoughts on this WLFI token family. Keep it coming. Keep the comments flowing. I'll read all your comments out loud, and then we'll switch it and end the YouTube stream, continue uncensored. I'll give you guys another minute here on the tube. The tube. And don't forget, there is a live poll on the tube. I want to know Bitcoin October price rally peak. I want to know your prediction. Let me know, and I'll end the poll, read the results in a moment. Maxwell was a time traveler, eh? Will be filing bankruptcy 6 times, literally knowing nothing about Bitcoin. You should give your answer about want to be a dictator. Trump says Jim King. Rumble soon. Of course, we're going to rumble. Of course. Yeah. Let me go ahead and end the poll in the live stream. I want to see the results. We're going to get to the results. And I did also launch some other polls on my X account last night. I'll read you those results as well, but that's an uncensored topic talking about some things we don't really supposed to talk about on YouTube. So here are the results. 45% of you say we're going to be between 74 and 79 Gs, meaning new all-time high. 20% of you said 90,000 plus. 19% of you said not breaking the current all-time high of 73.8. And 14% of you said between 80,000 and 89. That's out of 198 votes. We appreciate you sharing. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to continue with the uncensored, extended after party, exclusive on X and Rumble. So if you're on YouTube, you ain't got to go home, but head on over to the Rumble, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. There you go. And YouTube stream should be ending